Now leaving Denver, Colorado, and heading up over the mountains, and we're on the outskirts of Denver, and the train is moving rather slow, and and there's the Colorado Rockies. You can just hear him barely moving.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're slowly climbing up higher and higher into the Rocky Mountains. The highlight of our journey across the Rocky Mountains a little bit later on this morning, we'll be going through the Moffatt Tunnel. The Moffatt Tunnel, at 6.2 miles long, is the third longest railroad tunnel in North America, and at an altitude of over 9,200 feet above sea level, it is the highest railroad tunnel in all of North America. We'll be traveling through that a little bit later on this morning. But in just, if we can look off to the left-hand side of the forward motion of the train and get a real nice view of the train, depending on where you're at.
Yes. There's the rear of the train.
If you look off to the right-hand side of the train, you may notice some of these old coal cars sitting on an abandoned track next to us. Those coal cars are used as a windbreak through here. At times, winds coming over the mountains and down through some of these valleys can get up to speeds of over 100 miles an hour. And those cars are placed there as a windbreak. With some of those winds, back before those cars were placed there for the windbreak, some of the trains were literally blown right off the tracks by these high-speed winds.
Frasier, Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now game time on the California Zephyr today. The game we play is a scavenger hunt game. The way that the game works, I'll name an item over the PA system, and if you happen to have that item, bring it to the lounge car, the lower level, the center of the train, and you can win yourself a fabulous Amtrak prize. The first item we're going to be looking for in our scavenger hunt list In recognition of the world champion Chicago Bull of the NBA.
$2 bill, either a U.S. or Canadian $2 bill. If you happen to have a $2 bill, bring it to the lounge car, which is located in the center of the train to the lower level, and you can win yourself a fabulous Amtrak prize. Once again, we're looking for $2 bills.
Still in Colorado, going down the Frasier River. Very nice. Trip has been very, very nice. Little of the local color there. You're not missing. Don't want anybody to think we're going to be having fun on this vacation or that the scenery is good. Neil just happens to be back in the lounge car trying to pick up some girl. And just before that, some girl tried to pick him up. I just don't have that kind of luck. Wished I did. Although we passed through one that was even better than this. Train ride is well worth it. You can just about see how high it is. Lounge car just got too noisy for me. A bunch of kids. Parents turned them loose, I think, in the lounge car to fight. So, I think we're down in anywhere. This place is down in the valley here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you look off to the left-hand side of the forward motion of the train, the California Zephyr is now following along the Colorado River. We'll be following the Colorado River for about another 280-some miles or so. A little bit later on, when the rapids aren't quite as rough and severe, we may see some rafters floating around out there in the Colorado River. Also at this time, we're going to be adding one more item to our scavenger hunt list. Since I used to work for the Disney Corporation down in Florida, I've always been a mouse fan. So if we have any passengers on board the train who has a...
Got to power up here. Heading into a tunnel. We went through a Moffatt Tunnel, which was 6+ miles long. It took us about 9 minutes to get through. We were having lunch with a California man and a German lady. Lady worked at Disney World, here from Frankfurt. Seemed to be enjoying herself.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your lower lounge car tenant. Lower lounge car service area has reopened. Anyone desiring service, you may come to the lower level of the lounge car. Once again, the lower level lounge car service area has reopened. Thank you.
Goes to the left-hand side of the train. But if you like fun and thrills and scaring yourself, look out to the left-hand side and down into the river gorge below.
May notice a trail along the river gorge. It looks like a trail where rafters put in. They come in and walk the trail. Went up the river a ways and then just quit a little bit back up the river. Okay, I'm going to try and shoot down into the river, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. We have rafters in the river.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have been successful in giving away all of our game prizes for our scavenger hunt. In fact, if you look off to the left side of the train and in the river, you can see some rafters over there floating down the mighty Colorado.
Rafters on the river waving. This is Red Canyon in the Colorado River. Colorado. We're still in Colorado. We're running approximately 2 hours behind schedule, and I found that out at Glen Springs, Colorado. So it looks like we won't be into Salt Lake until about 2 in the morning. So don't particularly like that. We're going to film it from this side and then turn around and film it from the other side just to see what we got. Yes sir folks, this was a big dam, but I think what it is that they're pulling water off either for the aqueduct to California or for power, one of the two.